A product present in every family, from the smallest item to products worth nearly $40 million at Sotheby's London auction house. Considered the art of earth and fire, the more time passes, the more valuable the products created become. Have you guessed the technique we will learn in today's video? Yes, is the technique of making pottery, an ancient and delicate art. The first step in the pottery making process is choosing and treating the clay. The clay must be carefully selected to ensure the necessary smoothness and flexibility. The artisan will test the clay by feeling the smoothness and elasticity with your hands. Remove any soil that has impurities or is not uniform. After selection, the clay will be kneaded to achieve uniformity and smoothness. This kneading process is very important because it helps remove air bubbles and possible impurities, causing cracks during the firing process. The artisan will knead the soil using traditional techniques, using pressure and twisting movements to create a smooth and uniform clay mass. The artist will use specialized kneading techniques, such as pounding the clay on the table to remove air bubbles, and then kneading the clay to create a smooth mass, free of any imperfections. This process can take from a few minutes to a full hour, depending on the amount of clay and the requirements of the final product. After kneading, the clay will be checked again to ensure that there are no air bubbles left and that it has reached the necessary smoothness. This smooth and uniform clay mass will be the foundation for the creations. Perfect ceramic products, ensuring the final product does not crack during the firing process. After processing, the clay is put on the wheel to shape. This is an important step, where the artisan will use his skills and experience to create shapes. Desired shape. From simple vases to complex works, everything starts with a block of clay on a wheel. The artist begins by placing the clay block in the center of the wheel and wetting his hands so the clay does not stick. Using strength and delicate control, the artist will work the clay rotate to begin the shaping process. Using force from the hands and fingers, the artist will squeeze and pull the clay, creating the original shape. This movement requires dexterity and precision, because any mistake can ruin the product's appearance. This process requires dexterity and sophistication. The artist will continuously adjust the pressure and hand position to create the desired details. Every line, every angle is meticulously cared for to achieve perfection in shape. After creating the basic shape, the artisan will use small tools to add details and patterns. This process not only creates aesthetic beauty, but also demonstrates talent and each artist's own style. Once the shape is complete, the product will be set aside to prepare for the next steps in the pottery making process. From an invisible block of clay, under skillful hands of the artist, a work of art has gradually taken shape. Once the shape is perfected, the ceramic product is dried naturally. This drying process is very important to ensure the product does not crack when fired. Drying time can be prolonged, lasting from several days to several weeks, depending on the size and thickness of the product. The product should be placed in a cool place, away from direct sunlight and sudden changes in temperature. During the drying process, the artisan will periodically check to ensure that the clay dries evenly and that no cracks appear. This is an important stage for the product to achieve its durability, durable and best quality. After the product is completely dry, it will be put into the kiln for the first firing. The kiln is an indispensable part of the ceramic making process and can reach very high temperatures, from 800 to 1000 degrees Celsius. This process, called pre-firing or bisque firing, makes the clay strong and durable, creating a porous ceramic product that still easily absorbs the glaze during the next. The artisan will carefully place the products into the kiln, making sure they do not touch each other to avoid sticking when fired. The firing process lasts from a few hours to a whole day, depending on type of clay and size of product. During the firing process, the temperature in the kiln will be strictly controlled to ensure the product is fired evenly and reaches the desired hardness. Artisans need experience and deep knowledge of the kiln to adjust the temperature and firing time accurately. When the firing process ends, the product will be allowed to cool slowly in the furnace before being taken out. The product after the first firing is white or light brownen. When the product has been fired for the first time, it will become sturdy and white or light brown in color. This is when the artisan shows off his creativity and skill by decorating product decoration. Each motif, each line on ceramic products, bears the personal impression of the artisan, from simple patterns to complex and sophisticated designs. Artisans use a variety of techniques to decorate, including brush painting, engraving, or pattern printing. Colors are created from different types of metal oxides, which when fired at high temperatures, it will produce vibrant and durable colors. Every small detail is meticulously cared for, creating ceramic works that are not only beautiful, but also contain the artist's passion. After decoration, ceramic products will be covered with a layer of glossy glaze. Ceramic glaze not only adds beauty to the product, but also has a protective effect, making the product hard, more durable, and waterproof. The glaze can also be decorated with different patterns or colors, creating diversity and richness for ceramic products. Artisans will use brushes or specialized tools to apply enamel on the product, ensuring the enamel layer is evenly and smoothly coated. This process requires care and high technique, as any wrinkles or air bubbles can affect the quality of the glaze when fired. Once the enamel layer has been evenly coated and allowed to dry naturally, the product will be put into the kiln for the final time. This firing process, called enamel firing, usually takes place at higher temperatures, compared to the first firing, from 1200 to 1300 degrees Celsius. The high temperature will cause the glaze to melt and adhere to the product, creating a shiny and durable surface. The temperature in the final kiln needs to be strictly controlled to ensure the glaze flows evenly and without defects. Artists must have the experience and techniques to adjust the temperature and time. The firing time is suitable for each type of glaze and product. When the firing process ends, the product will be allowed to cool slowly in the kiln before being taken out. The finished ceramic product will have a glossy surface, vibrant colors and patterns, sophisticated, becoming beautiful and durable works of art. Through every step from selecting clay, shaping, drying, firing and decorating, each ceramic product is the result of the artisan's meticulousness and dedication. Pottery are not only useful objects, but also works of art imbued with cultural and historical imprints. Thank you for exploring ceramic making techniques with us. See you in the next videos. Dee has become sturdy, ready for the next steps, such as decorating and glazing.